So you pumped? Here we go, finally playing for keeps.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. We've been working since April to get to this point, and put a lot of hard work and dedication into it. And so we're excited to go out there and put it on the grass and see exactly where we are and how we match up. And it's an exciting time of the year.
I know every week one, it's hard to game plan for the other team, especially defense for the offense because there's so many new players. But how difficult do you think it'd be to get game plan for you guys because there's so much newness and uncertainty?
Well, the game one of the season, I think, is the most difficult game of the year, personally, because you really don't know what you're going to be getting. Detroit hasn't played their defensive line; they haven't played many of their secondary guys, so you don't know, a lot of what's going on. A lot of it's just, speculation. So, and then you haven't played a football game, for 4 quarters. I haven't played, since I walked off the field in Seattle last year, and so it's, getting in game shape, being where you need to be to play full speed and execute your assignment. It's more difficult, as opposed to, week 5 when you got in the groove and kind of know what to expect. You've seen what teams are doing. You've seen their signals. You've seen their personnel. You've seen their blitzes. Like, you have a lot better understanding of what teams are doing. Week 1 is tough.
As a veteran who's been through many season openers and new coaches and new quarterbacks and new offenses, what excites you about this particular opener and this particular new quarterback and this new head coach and this new offense?
Well, for me, I can only speak for myself. I just relish the opportunity to be able to do something I still love to do and do it at the highest level there is. And, that's enough for me to get excited. I'm still playing the kids' game. And, it's a blessing to be able to do it and do it with some really good men. And, it makes it very enjoyable for me.
Larry, Christian was saying that you thought he was pretty quiet last year. What were your initial impressions of him, and how much has your friendship grown with him over the last couple of years?
Christian's like a little brother to me. Him and Trent, I'd probably say I'm the closest to those two. We talk all the time, and Chase also. And that's like their little crew. I'm the old man in the young crew. They let me in. They jump me in. But it's great to be able to spend time with them. And Christian, he's got, he's young. He's 22, 23 years old, but he's got a maturity about him that makes you think he's 27, 28 in terms of his view on life. His understanding of interpersonal relationships and how he goes out of his way for his friends and family. And it's a tribute to his parents. His parents did a great job with him. And Christian's mom and dad are wonderful people, and they did a heck of a job with him. And he's outstanding football player, and you're gonna see a lot of big time plays. I know you saw at the end of the year before he got hurt, him making a lot of plays, and he's just gonna pick up where he left off.
What does Vance want to this team in terms of respect in the game?
Well, Coach Joseph, man, you just respect him as a man. Getting to know him, obviously, you always admire him and for what he's done on the football field and the times you talk to him and stuff like that. But getting to know him over the last few months, you even just have that much more respect for him. You get to hear about his stories and where he started and the places he's been and the guys that he's coached. And he's a guy that his players are going to play really hard for him, and he's going to keep teams on their heels. You're never going to know exactly what he's going to be doing, and he's going to put his playmakers in position to make plays. And I'm excited to see his defense go out there and play at full speed this week.
Larry, I don't know if you know what's going on with Antonio Brown today, but indirectly it's kind of brought your name up a few times when people are talking about how much they should appreciate somebody like Larry Fitzgerald. Does that mean anything to you in this context?
I haven't really followed it closely. I've known AB since he was a rookie. Good friends with AB. I wish him the best, and I just hope it all works out for him.
Do you like the idea that people look at you though as a good example?
When I was coming up, I feel like my era of guys, was a different guys. You look at Calvin Johnson and Andre Johnson and myself. We were kind of guys that just went about our business and didn't really, care for much else. Ball is ball. We love to play the game, but it's just a game. We never really took ourselves all that serious.
In terms of the offense and what it's going to look like on Sunday, how much of it is still an unknown to you, or do you know at this point exactly what's coming?
I know exactly what's coming. Yeah, and you'll see on Sunday.
Can you give us a hint what's coming?
Some runs and some passes.
Long passes, short
passes, and short ones, and run after catches.
But generally speaking, how nice will it be to open up the playbook after kind of that preseason that was just, not fun for anybody?
offense?
It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we game plan. We have ways to get guys involved in the game plan. Everybody, we're going to do some huddling. We might do some no huddle. We might throw it deep. We might throw it short. To the right and to the left. Probably some over the middle. So we're going to try to mix it up.
Will you throw a pass?
I can't tell you that.
Do you still, after all these opening days, do you still kind of take a moment beforehand and kind of try to process what is happening? You're in the NFL. Does it still hit you like that?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be my 230-something game, and I still am nervous as I've been for the last 230 games. I mean, I still get the butterflies. It means something to me, and that's nice to be able to feel that feeling that it's important and it matters, how I go out there and perform and how I lead and, how I help my teammates, create opportunities for themselves. Like, all of that really is important to me.
How ready is Kyler, you think, for this?
He's as ready as any of us. I mean, he's been built for this situation. I mean, he's been groomed since he was a child to be, a starting quarterback in the National Football League. I mean, you guys laugh, but honestly, that's his mentality. That's his mindset. He's ready for this. I mean, the moment's not going to be too big. Now it's up to us to be able to go out there and get separation, make some tough contested catches, break some tackles, and make the game a little bit easier for him.
I mean, it's a little unusual because this is the first time that we'll be running our full offense. But I think every team is geared for the first game, so it should be interesting.
How unusual is this situation?
Well, I don't think it's that unusual. You have there are a number of times where a person has been a head coach in the NFL for the first time, and teams don't know exactly what they're going to do, so they have to try to figure that out. So it's not unusual from that standpoint.
How difficult could it be, though, for an opposing defense trying to anticipate what you guys are going to do with so much uncertainty?
Well, I think for every team, there's that first game. There's a little uncertainty because you spend the whole offseason studying other teams. You do some research. You make additions to your offense, to your defense, and you have a lot of things that are going to crop up that you've not seen on film before. That's throughout the league. So what you have to do, you just have to rely on your training, your techniques, and adjust to what you see, and that's true for every team.
Get some big guys coming out of the defensive line for Detroit, but in general, the NFC West, there's a lot of good edge rushers, some new guys that have been added. What kind of challenge is that for your line?
Well, playing offensive line is hard. It's a hard job because there are some great defensive players out there. So it's we've been training. They've been getting good coaching. And they've been giving good effort. So if you know what you're doing and you give good effort and you're good on from a scheme standpoint, you should have a chance. So, but it always comes down to winning your one-on-one battles, and that's what it is in the NFL. Whether it's the line, receivers against DBs, running backs against linebackers, it's all about matchups, and you have to win. At the end of the day, you have to win more plays than your opponent.
What are realistic expectations for Kyler?
I think he has. I think we're anticipating that he'll do well. We're anticipating that our offense will do well. I mean, he has a lot of obviously great talent. We've added some pieces around him, and the offense is. He knows it because he's been through it, not just in the fall camp and the preseason games, but he has a good background in it from his college days. So we're looking forward to it.
How sustainable is it for a young dual threat quarterback to run as much as they either have or the team wants them to?
Well, I think with Kyler, I mean, he has great athletic ability, but if you look at him play in college and you look at what he's done in the preseason, he does not run unnecessarily. He's sitting in the pocket. He's looking to throw it downfield, and if he has the protection, he's going to sit back there and look around. If someone breaks free, obviously he's going to use his athletic ability to try to avoid him, but he's not the kind of guy who's going to drop back and if the first guy's not there, take off. So it's the mobility is a great plus, and plus the way he plays it, he doesn't resort to that unless he needs to.
Do you think that quarterbacks hit a point where they realize that running just not good for their health anymore, and not just Kyler, just in general?
Well, I mean, you tell every quarterback, if you're going to run, protect yourself. You either get out of bounds, or when someone's coming up to hit you, you slide. You don't want to take unnecessary shots. You're going to take some shots when you're passing in the pocket. So it's smart football, and not just for Kyler, but for every QB.
Clifford referred to Kyler at one point like Vic. Players said we see some Pat Mahomes. What does Tom Clements have a comparable to, if there is such a thing?
Well, I've played against Michael Vick a number of times. I think probably in his early days, especially, he had a strong arm, but he thought more to run initially. Then he developed a little bit more into a passing QB, and so I think at this point, I think it's a good comparison between Mahomes and Kyler, because they're going to sit in the pocket, look to throw, and then if it breaks down and they have to create something, they can do it.
You played the position, you coached great quarterback. What does it say about Kyler's confidence at such an early stage in his career, and how valuable can that be for a kid who wants to lead a team?
Well, to play that position, you have to be confident, and you have to. There's an old saying: you have to play without a conscience. Meaning, if you make a mistake or something bad happens, you have to forget about that and move forward. And I think he does that. But he has great confidence in his ability, because he has great ability. So that's not a problem.
Tom, you've been around football a long time. What is your favorite NFL moment personally?
Winning the Super Bowl. That's what it's all about. So I think I've been in five championship games. I only got to the Super Bowl once, and won it that time against the Steelers. So that's if you can do that, that's special.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can start the right way, week one, and play good football. Obviously in this league, if you're playing good defense, you have a chance to win. And we do have some pieces on defense that we should have some success. But again, that's why it's a great game. You have to go prove it. And no one knows what anyone's going to be, until after that week one. So I'm excited to watch our guys play. I'm not sure totally where we are as a defense. Obviously, we had some good parts in preseason. We had some bad. We watch a lot of young guys play, which is good for us. I watched my first unit have some success, not have success. So we'll see with a full game plan and a full week of work of how it looks.
Have you basically gotten past the mental part of, okay, these defensive linemen aren't here, and we lost these cornerbacks, and Hassan may or may not. Have you gotten past the mental part of that, and now it's just a... I
have. I mean, obviously, you have who you have as a coach, and you can't worry about it, and everyone has injuries, every team has issues, so we won't be the first team to have issues, but we have who we have, and we have good enough players to be good. So I have no excuses there. We obviously had a big weekend after the last cut down. We claimed some players that can help us. We claimed a couple D linemen, a couple corners that can help us. So I'm excited about our roster, and again, I'm excited to watch us play on Sunday morning and see where we really are as a defense.
It's only week one, but you get the sense this defense has something to prove, considering all the new pieces, young guys, that it wasn't very good last year.
Right. I hope so. We've got a bunch of veterans that are prideful guys. We've got guys who've played in big games. We've got guys who've won rings on this defense. So I hope they come out Sunday with a sense of pride and to prove everyone wrong. Last year's Cardinals are done. So we have nothing to prove from last year to this year. That's a different team. We have different players, we have different staff, different culture. So what happened last year has no merit about Sunday morning.
When you look at the skill set of Marsh, what do you see in the roster?
I'm sorry?
When you look at the skill set.
Cassius. He's a perfect fit for us because obviously, when you're a 3-4 defense, you want guys who can rush and drop. He's perfect. He's a perfect fit. He's smart. He's tough. He can rush over guards. So it was definitely a nice job by Steve Keim and his staff to bring him in because he's a perfect fit from a person and a player perspective.
Cliff was talking yesterday about how this offense has an efficiency at the NFL level. Are you just interested as a defensive mind how a chess match of how he's going to do against defenses and if it'll translate from the college level?
I think it will. This game is driven by quarterback play, and what the college teams are giving us is what we're seeing with the young quarterback. So I don't think it's going to go away. It's going to probably become more what NFL offenses look like, because that's the product that we're getting. You can't draft these quarterbacks in the top 5 and top 10 and totally change what you drafted them on. Right, the film you watch, you can't bring them in and say, well, let's watch him do something different than he's done to draft him in the top 5. So I think that's the way the league's going, because that's the way college is going. That's our feeder system. So with the RPOs, with the quarterback running game stuff, that's where it's going as far as NFL football, in my opinion.
Stafford seems to have got extra weapons at the receiver spot. How much more dangerous could that make it?
Well, first of all, he's a special quarterback. He's a big guy with a big arm. He can make every throw. The ball's out in like 2.6 seconds. I think he threw for almost 4,000 yards last year. So he's a special talent. And obviously his receivers, with Marvin Jones being an experienced guy. I was with Marvin in Cincy, so he's a gifted player. Galladay is a big guy with great catch radius. He's got a first-round tight end in T.J. Hawkinson from Iowa. He's got 2 great backs, in Johnson and C.J. Anderson, who I was with in Denver. So he's got the skill now to definitely put up numbers and to be an explosive offense. And he's got an experienced line now. So it's going to be a challenge to get those guys stopped. I think hiring, Bevel, they want to be run first and play action second, and that's winning football. So we have to go out and obviously the things that we know about their offense, we have to nail it. And the things that we don't know, we have to adjust. But it's going to be a chore. Anytime you're playing a top 5 or top 10 quarterback, it always makes the day long, because every play can be a big play, through his arm. So we're looking forward to the challenge. It should be fun.
Having said that, you obviously know quite a bit about this Detroit offense. But
yeah.
Vice versa, there's not a lot of people know about the Cardinals offense. How challenging is that for a defense to have to prepare for the unknown almost?
It's hard, but I think we're all in the same boat week 1, especially with new staffs. I spent some time watching Seattle, and when I'm watching Seattle, I'm watching Russell, and it gives me anxiety, but I'm not playing Russell, and I'm playing Matthew Stafford. So you have to be careful to go back and to watch too much of the go-back stuff, because they're also in their first year, and you're watching Seattle Bevel. That's the 7th or 8th year in that offense. So you have to be careful not to give yourself too much or give your players so much where you're not playing fast. Again, the things that we for sure know, we have to nail, and the things that we don't know, we have to adjust on the fly. And that's the coach's job, and that's the player's job.
Whenever Hassan is back out there doing a lot of stuff, whether it's this week or beyond that, how much does it hurt that he missed all camp from where he was? Because you guys were pretty high on where he was.
Yeah. Well, obviously, for a young backer in a new system, he was having a great spring, and to miss most of training camp, it does affect your eyes. It affects your run reads, all those things. He won't be where he would have been if he would have been in camp. But again, he's come back. He looks healthy. He looks explosive. We've got Joe Walker playing some. He looks good in there also. So, we've got some options there as far as Hassan. But he's going to have a big role for us, obviously, in coverage on sub downs. He's a perfect backer for us because he can run and cover. He can also rush. So, even though he missed a lot of camp, he's going to have a role on Sunday.
When you look at your Peters was voted a captain.
Yeah.
What do you think the players saw? What have you seen out of Corey so far?
Well, Corey and Chandler were voted captains, and my time here with Corey, he's just consistent. He's consistent, he's quiet, but he was here every day in the offseason. That's where it starts. It starts with, showing your young teammates that you're committed. Even in the offseason when it's not mandatory, he was here every day. I watch him with his teammates. He's always serving his teammates, and that's what leadership's about, giving yourself to your teammates. But he's a quiet dad, I call him. He's really quiet until someone acts up and he speaks out. Doesn't speak often, but when he does, he's serious about it. But so he's a perfect voice for our defense, along with Chandler Jones, who again did miss a day in the offseason. That's easy for veterans to take a Thursday or take a Wednesday, but those guys didn't miss a day. So that's the commitment that their teammates are looking for, and it was a perfect 2 guys to be voted captain on defense.
When you look at this is 100 years of football, what's your favorite NFL memory growing up or playing or coach? What's your favorite memory?
God, my favorite memory. Selfishly, probably playing, my first start as a undrafted rookie out of Colorado was against Tim Brown on TNT Sunday Night Football, and it was a baptizing by Tim Brown towards me. So that's a great memory, obviously. And obviously, coaching in this league, every game is a dream come true for all of us. It's my mom says your job has ball in it. So she laughs about football being a job. Ball can't be in the job description, but that's what she says. That's your job. So don't panic too much, son. Your job says football coach. So anyway, it's a blessing for all of us to be in this league. It's obviously, it's a privilege, to be a part of this league.
Coach, when we look at your D-line, you've got some veteran presence there. You've got some young guys.
Yeah.
Talking about McDonald, where he comes in there and
Yeah. I think Clinton was a guy that we chased all spring. We just couldn't get a deal done, and we finally got a deal done with him. But again, I had him in Denver, and he was a perfect fit for our defense. We want to be an attack front. We want guys who can rush the passer inside. That makes Chandler and Suggs' job a lot easier. When the inside guys are winning. So paired with Zach Allen, along with Clinton and Rodney, we're going to get more one-on-ones outside. When your inside guys can't rush, they can simply fan the coverage and they can double bump the outside backer. So having Clinton, his experience, and having his maturity and his experience in his system helps us.